welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is the third journalathon in setting up my 2026 book journal. If you want to catch up on this series, I have a playlist over on my page for my setting up my 2026 reading journal. And I also have 2025 set up before. So there's lots of journaling videos for you to catch up on if you are interested. But it is day 2 of this week, so let's get into today's video. Today we're going to be doing 2 different things. We're making my 6 book 6 friends and my monthly covers page. So each year I ask 6 different friends to recommend me a book that they want me to read for this year. I've never repeated friends so far. And so I went and asked some of my favorite bookish besties for recommendations. So we're going to be making that page, and there's where I mark what I rated it. I write who recommended it for me. So let's get into that one first.
I knew I wanted to use this brown themed paper on here. I was just trying to line it up. I already outlined where the books are going to go and the information I want to put for those. So here I am just trying to space out where my designs will go around that. So with this sticker, I knew I wanted it to look like it was coming in from the edge, so I'm cutting off the other half, but I'm going to utilize that on the other side of the page just so I'm not wasting anything here. Here I'm just looking for a little label, a cute one that goes with the theme that I could put the 6 book 6 friends on top of. So that's the one I ended up choosing. It's a little small, and I know usually my titles for each page is a lot bigger, but I wanted something simple for this one. These are the darling books my friends recommended. I'm so excited to read all of these. There's a lot of blue covered books, but they just are all so interesting to me. My friends know me so well, so I'm excited to read all these ones, but I printed it out on my little printer and I am now just sticking them down where I know they're going to go. I'm just erasing all those little outlines I made, and then I'm going to put my friend's name so I know who recommended it, and just make a little space for my star rating for each of them. Okay, so here I decided that I did not actually like that little label. I needed it bigger on my page, so I just ripped that out and threw it off. I started writing, but I realized that my sticker was getting in the way, so I just cut off a little bit of the sticker so I could write the number there. So I'm just rewriting my label and adding that on top of the paper that I had already put down. And then instead of outlining it, I'm going for a little drop shadow look. So I'm writing or adding a line on the right side of the text only, and that just gives it that look of being 3D-ish.
As far as my monthly cover spread page goes, this is just where I'm going to put that little tabby. I know I've mentioned I'm going to be making little tabs for the edges of my page so that way I can easily flip to the different sections of this journal. This is where I'm going to put that. I didn't end up filming it for this journalathon, but I will post it over on my Instagram page once I do finally get that set up. But I have plenty of time before 2026, so I'm not worried about it right now. But so this is just that cover page, make it all pretty, show that it's for my monthlies. So let's get into that as well.
I wanted to add like a background look to this, so I had this pretty paper that has kind of a small pinkish hue, but it has like writing and stuff on it. I'm just flipping that around and outlining where that will be on my page just so I could cut perfectly around that one. I cut it out, and because I'm, I guess, not good at measuring stuff, it was not perfectly around that one, so I'm gonna glue it down anyways. I made sure that the text was the right side up. Sometimes I forget, and then it looks a little weird to me later on. But just to cover up those blank spaces on the edges, I'm just gonna add a washi tape to make like a bordery look. I went for this darker one with this kind of like its own text on it, so I was hoping that that wasn't too much for the like design, that it's just covered in text, but honestly it still looked really great because of the contrast of colors, so I was happy with this. I had a few stickers that I already knew I wanted to put here, like this girl sticker and this frame. So I kind of figured out where on the page that would go, and so I stuck that down. However, I stuck it down way too high, even though I had just put it down. So the frame was like sticking off the thing, so I had to peel it back up and put it down again where it's supposed to go. And then, oh my god, her head ripped off. So I tried to line it up perfectly because I knew I wanted to use this one. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna be so sad if this is messed up. And then, of course, because I'm panicked from that, I put the frame on wrong. So I had to twist that around so it's right side up again. Then I'm just finding other little stickers that I want to decorate around that with. And then if you saw the book bingo video, I'm using the same little roses stickers around there. I wanted this as a background for the sticker I already knew I was gonna put there, and then a petal around it. Just adding some little flourishes, really. And then I could have just written my title on the thing, but I decided to use the scrap paper, which if you'd seen my previous videos, one of them I had to cut down, so it's just a scrap from my journal. And I am just putting my title on there just so there's less background behind it to distract from the title of it, which is the monthlies, of course. And then I'm using this little trick I sometimes do, it sometimes messes up, but I'm just using my marker to create like a little outliney effect around it to give it that depth behind the paper.
So here are both of those pages. I honestly think these turned out really well. I think my six book six friends looks a little crowded in the center area, but I still like it. I'm excited for these books that I've been recommended. They all seem very interesting. And I'm excited to read those ones and be able to converse with my friends about them. My monthlies page, I'm actually really proud of. It's a little bit simple at points, but also like pretty, pretty full, I guess. I like that I added a background here, and then I also added a border with that washi tape. Honestly, I think this is one of my prettiest pages in my journal so far, but I'm biased because I love all the pages in my journal. But I think these ones turned out really well, and I'm happy that I made them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stick around for the rest of my journalathon number 3, where tomorrow we are going to be making all of those monthlies that go into that tab. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more bookish content, and hit the bell icon if you want to get notified when I post. And until next time, happy reading.